Hello photographers, I want to show you how to crop your photographs and get them ready to print. All right, so I'm going to show you in two different ways. I'm going to show you in Photoshop and in Lightroom. Those are the two I suggest doing. So if you're in Photoshop, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the left-hand tool panel here to go to your crop tool. And when you go to your crop tool, you'll get your options along the top ledge here, all right? And you can't just crop whatever you want, right? You can't just like crop willy-nilly. What you need to do is you need to crop to a certain ratio. So if you look at this ratio here, you're going to pull down this, all right? And the triptych photos that we're going to pick are not the original ratio. They're going to be a 3:4 ratio. So I'm clicking through here. Looks like there isn't a standard 3:4 ratio, so I'm just going to type it in. So I'm going to go 3:4. Or sorry, 4:3. All right, and you notice that you got this dialog box in, and a 4:3 ratio is very similar to your original. It just means the rectangle is a little bit narrower, so you have some blank space on the side. Now you have a choice with this rectangle to move where that rectangle is. So if you wanted to like actually crop it out and crop out something on the left hand side, you can like shift that the image over to the side. If you're happy with it just being cropped equally on both sides, you can do it like that, and then you're just going to double click inside the image and now it's cropped. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to save the copy of that as a JPEG. Okay, so we're going to change it to a JPEG. I'm going to put it into my downloads folder and I'm going to call it my name underscore FPT1, all right, because this is one of three, so that's how I'm gonna name it. It's a JPEG format, and it's this slider is already cranked right up to maximum, so we don't lose any quality, and you hit OK. So that's how you do it in Photoshop. Let's go over to Lightroom. I'll show you the same thing if you're using Lightroom. So if you're in Lightroom, your window is going to look something like this, okay? And you're going to be going over to the right-hand panel in Lightroom for your cropping tool. So you can go from the edit window to the cropping window. And same thing. So you've got your crop here. I'm going to change it to my aspect ratio here, and you here in Lightroom you have some more options than you did in Photoshop. So the 4 times 3 is what we're looking for. So I'm going to click this aspect ratio, and again you see that same aspect ratio that you did in Photoshop. Again, you can move that rectangle around depending on how you like to place the crop, and then you double click, and then you have your photo cropped to the right size for printing. Now what you're going to do now is you're going to export this. So I'm going to go up to my file menu, I'm going to go to export, and here you get the option. So I want a JPEG, full size, 100% quality, and I'm going to export that one photo. Okay. If I want to add myself a custom name, so I'm going to again call it Coleman underscore FPT1A. I'm just going to call it 1A to make a difference between the other one, and I'm going to export that photo. Okay, it's going to go to my downloads folder, and I hit export. So that's how you crop the photos for final performance task and get them ready for printing. All right, so if you need any other help with that, let me know. All right, you do not need to do that for your photo of the year because we're going to be printing that with the original ratio.